Happy good morning. Does anybody know my topic of the speech? Yes, no? Zindagi milegi na dobara. You live this one life. And first of all, I want you to do one thing. Sit comfortably and close your eyes for 1 minute. If you want to make a deeper experience, just follow me a little bit. Sit, close your eyes, forget about everybody next to you, and just breathe. Take so much fresh air as you can and try to distribute this everywhere in your body. And when you exhale, you make sure you exhale really all used air out of your body. Whatever the body doesn't need anymore. And it doesn't matter if somebody talks maybe next to you or you hear a little chair knocking or something like that. Doesn't matter. Just breathe deeply. And if you dare, just hear yourself breathing. Take the last 3 deep breaths. And then open your eyes again. Welcome back. The world needs more superstars. How many people you know who have a really strong personality, who are bold, unique? They are in their own zone. Like I met somebody the other day at Starbucks. I sat there, had my coffee, and some guy came inside, he ordered a coffee, and he said, he took the table next to me. He did his own things. He was not bothered about anybody or anything. He talked to some people over the phone, and I felt he's really strong from within. We talked a little bit, and I got to know he does in his life, whatever he feels like is good for him. Well, of course, without harming others. This guy was a superstar, in my perspective. He understood, and he made a clear decision once in his life, many years ago. He understood that he lives only this one life. How many people do you know who are like that? This kind of people, they are bold, they take risks, they are unique. They create their rules, their own rules, and they follow them. They do whatever is really good and right for them in their perspective. In short, there are so many things to describe them, but in short, they are very different. How many people you know who are like that? Give me a number. Are you there? Give me a number. Just shout. Give me any kind of number. 1. Wow, awesome. 2. Mom and Dad. Also, I understood Mom and Dad. Wow. Okay. And how many people do you know who do what everybody does? Who follow rules which are made by others? Who smile where they don't feel like? Who try to be liked? And who try to cover up their insecurities? Their sadness. They act super cool. How many people do you know who are like that? I know it's black and white spoken, but I want you to choose today to which group you want to belong to. I share my experiences and observations with you, and I want you to make a call today. When I got asked many years ago what I want to do in my life, I followed my instincts and whatever I like to do. So I was interested in psychology. I read all these university books until I was old enough to study. I was interested in skin and wanted to become a makeup artist, so I wanted to get into this training, and I got taught, first you earn some money and then you can put this money into this training. So I changed and I chosen something else, some sales and textile. I got trained in that, and I did everything really intensively, whatever I've done. And then I took the next step. I was always looking for, okay, what is the next step? So now I learned enough. So as you understand, or as you can see, I learned so many different things, and I volunteered in so many different things. Also in psychiatrists and all these crazy things. Very extreme, I would say. So at this time I just followed, and it's quite interesting because not every step makes sense in the beginning, but every step should be chosen by you. And if you follow an advice from a teacher or a parent, but only listen to an advice and follow it blindly, it will not make any sense. Because you will end up doing nothing because already, some people did this and they failed, you're not even tried. Or you end up living a life of somebody else. And this is mainly one of your parents' life. But listen to an advice, considering it, and if it makes sense to you, it comes then from your account. Somebody asked me a very good question many years ago. We just finished a training, in personal training, and this was actually, during my studies. So this guy who conducted this training asked me this question. So the training was over, this course, and he asked me, so hey, Jasmin, what's your next step? And I shared with him, so I wanted to support people even more, so I wanted to dive deeper into this. And I said, so I think a physiotherapist would be good for this. And he said, so yeah, that's wonderful, Jasmin, but why you don't go to the source rather than working against the symptoms? Because everything starts with your mind, with your head. I'm not talking about some accidents or something which is, out of a sudden happened to your body, of course. But everything starts with your mind, and then the body follows. And he was so right. And he reminded me of an interest of mine from so many years ago. So what happened here? I explained what I have in mind openly. And then I listened to him carefully, and whatever he said is what I took in a silent place, and I thought about this. It is actually good to listen to others, but it is bad to follow them blindly. You have to be considered. And I don't mind how old you are. I know everybody is really much able to do that when you're not getting really confused or overwhelmed. So back to my story. Oh boy, I thought, he was so right, and how could I forget about this fact? He was so right, and I was really thankful for this talk because most likely it changed my direction in life. I know all of that sounds very confusing, and I think, yes, life is confusing, but the more you become aware, the easier it gets. You will get an overview, and you will see the forest more and more as a whole rather than seeing all the trees around you. So how to start that journey, actually? With yourself and with a plan which I can give you. And this is the way to become your own superstar. This is what I said on the beginning. Most important, have a great body with you. I share this, the greatest body. I don't know, what do you think is the greatest body in life? Greatest friend. Guys, are you awake? Who is your best buddy? We talked about inner voices. I think humor is a really, really good buddy. In my life, it really helped me. My humor inside through many obstacles in life. And I think we should always keep this body with us, because life is not that serious as people act like. So here are some tools to flatten out the way. It's not done by pure wishing, and we need to work once you made your decision, a clear decision in life, what you have chosen. But no worries, it will be fantastic. You will need to be bold, take calculated risks, and to become strong from within. You will identify who you are, what you want to do, your dreams, your strengths, your weaknesses. You will gain self-confidence, and you will learn techniques to overcome obstacles in life. You will get to know about your values. And when I talk about values, what values do you have? I want somebody on stage with me who wants to have a deeper experience. Anybody who wants to learn about themselves, herself, himself a little more, come please up to me on stage. Aye. Thank you. Brilliant. Can we have this sheet? Beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to get your notebook. I'm Jasmin. Pankaj. Ankit, almost. I'm very bad in names, I'm really sorry. I feel more, I have these vibes and I feel people. Forget about names. So, okay, you see here values. And how many values we have on this earth? What do you think? Hundreds, maybe thousands. So, Ankit, I want you to choose 10 of them, and maybe not all of them. They're just, few examples. Can you read? It's very small, I know, but I didn't want to put 3 when I asked you to choose 10. Can you read this? Is this like fitness, health, love? It's about intelligence, dynamic. It's about maybe romance, it's freedom.
Should I tell you?
Yes, please. You please make your notes. This is really important. Make your notes. Don't keep everything in mind. You have to write things down. Okay, 10 of them.
First,
Oh, wait. I need somebody to write, please, for me. Can somebody write me? Yes?
first is awareness.
Awareness.
Calmness.
Calmness.
Then
Are you reading? No, then you're reading the row.
no. Actually,
Then balance, beauty. Okay, Ankit.
awareness, calmness. Then
Yeah.
I choose freedom. Then love. Then imagination, which is really, I believe in that. Then intelligence and being the best. How many are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We had love.
Diversity.
Do you remember all of them?
I think I should write it down as well. Independence. That's
Okay.
8.
It can be also something different, no? You don't have to choose only from this. Maybe some other things comes also in your mind. Also like, I think we have money, yes, power. I mean, whatever money means, we can philosophize on that.
Then I choose ambition.
Which one, sorry?
Ambition. It's not in there.
Nice, yes. Okay.
Uh,
Kuch or? Number 10 is?
Dreaming.
Okay. So these are 10 things which are important to you, right? Guys, everybody has 10 values. You found out 10 values for yourself? It's like yes, no. Are you alive? Hey, come on, be proactive, do something. You have everything? Paka? Okay, ho gaya. So from this 10, I want you and you to choose 5 of them.
Okay.
5 most important ones. And take really a minute or 2 minutes because there's something behind that. 30 seconds to think. you have 5. Everybody has chosen 5 of these 10. I mean, not new 5 ones, no? Okay? What do you have?
Awareness, then freedom, independence, intelligence, and then dreaming. Sorry, ambition. 5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You've chosen 5 for yourself as well. Thank you very much. Wait a second. What to do with that, right? What to do with these values?
Choose 3 now.
No. Actually, it is an important part. Whatever you choose in life, you can use this as a base. What does it mean? When you choose a city you want to move, for example, or spouse, future wife, whatever it is, whatever you believe in, and whatever you want to do, like working place. For example, if you have money as a value and you start into a job and get a salary of 5,000 rupees, it will not solve the problem. I'm not talking about a starting salary of 3 lakhs or something, but maybe 30,000 or something like this. So what happens here is sometimes we get confused, or sometimes very often we get confused. And we have this tool, this 5 values, and we can have this as counselors. It's like, okay, these are my 5 things. And this can actually change, by the way. But it takes really a longer time. So, but whatever you have in mind, what is your next thing to do in life which you have to decide?
Get a permanent job, maybe?
Getting a job, exactly. So when you see you have the freedom, you have awareness, you have these 5 things, it can be also considered like this. It's like freedom. Yeah, exactly. And the more you know about that, the easier it gets. I use very often this example of relationships. So because a lot of people get together and then it really make a big bang and it crashed and people get separate. Because they realize they're actually completely different. And different is not different. Sometimes different is really interesting because you don't need to hear whatever you have in mind. So you want to learn something new, something different. Okay, anyhow, leave it. So now you take this, you write it down, you have this in mind. Yeah. Kata, did you write this for him? Super. You can ask this lady, she can give you, if you need this one again, so this 10. We have this to download, by the way, online. I show you this later on where you can find your way. Thank you very much. All the best. All the best for your work. Have fun with that. Okay. Fun? Yeah. Super. That is good. Now, I want somebody else on stage who also wants to have a deeper experience, a little more learning about yourself. Who wants to have an experience? Come over. Come, come, come. But only one person who is interested in themselves. Yes. Bengaluru. Nice. I love your city. What's your name?
Vivek.
Vivek. Nice to meet you. Okay, can we have this other sheet? Now, I want you to keep on making your notes. And I want you... Remember?
The words. No.
I'll give you now numbers, 100 numbers, and you remember them. No, just kidding. Okay, can you see these questions? I want you to answer these questions very quickly, okay? And you for yourself, just make a note on that and write it down. It's important for the next step. So, you please answer as open as possible, as you want to. What do you do usually to make yourself happy with?
Truly speaking, I don't understand. I didn't understand till now that what truly happiness is. Means actually, some times ago I wanted to take a laptop because everyone in my group has a laptop, so I got it. Then I thought maybe if after getting the laptop I would be happy because I'm having it now, but still I'm not happy about it. So
Okay.
Something more that in our theater group in the college, means I was thinking that maybe I could write something for it and I will be very happy about that. But now I'm writing. Our senior is not here, and I'm writing for the play. So I'm not happy about it because I'm writing and it's just a responsibility. I'm not truly happy. So I don't know what makes me happy till now.
I love this answer. It's so honest. And honestly speaking, I have so many clients seen from all over the world, which are millionaires and billionaires, hunting for something and just to realize that it was actually not that what they wanted to have. All these material things. It makes you happy from the outside, but the real happiness comes from the inside. And this is actually what matters. And just to give you a little idea, I think this is the smallest thing which can make you happy. It's like you get out and you see the sunlight and it's just amazing. Seeing things and taking not everything for granted. It's not automatically that you wake up and tomorrow is the same day as today. It's completely different maybe. Maybe it's the same, who knows? But we always think, okay, this will happen, I will live forever, the world will not change, so everybody is here, my family is here tomorrow. Every system works in the same way as yesterday, but it's not. It comes to awareness and living in the moment. Okay, you made your answer? Your notes to the answer, sorry? Yes? All right. Do you think your balance between study, work, private life is adequate, or can you do it a little better, or you need to do it better?
I need to balance it. Actually, I think why we need to balance it. Why can't we choose from each one of them that, if I want to study or I want to work on something else, why we need to choose? We are just doing for the society or the things what we are doing over the years. So why we need to choose? Or why we need to balance? We should be able to choose that I want to study or I don't want to do anything else. Or I just want to write, then I just want to write. I don't want to study. So that's it. Means I need to balance it because I will have to do it. Either way, if I don't want to, or I have to do it.
You mean balance in the moment?
Yeah.
Or overall?
Overall.
Overall. Yeah. Life is usually, no, let me put this in this way. You like to study?
Not much.
To learn new things, to read books?
I am studying. I don't want to study engineering, but I'm still doing it just for the sake of my parents. That's it.
I love that. And you have so many other people like you.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any changes, but yeah, it is sadly enough normal. But what does a balance mean?
Balance means I should be satisfied with what I am doing, and I guess parents should be satisfied with it also. So that's it.
Is this the balance in life? Whom you have to make happy, first of all?
I guess parents, most probably.
Okay. Is a lot of things about the Indian culture. I mean, we have this all over the world, but India has a really, really strong direction towards that. But balance means actually you can't do everything at the same time. So there's sunlight, there's moonlight. And when the moon is there, the sun is not there. You like the sun, you also like the darkness. You like to drink something, but not continuously. You like to eat, but somewhere you have to stop. You like to sleep, and it's so nice, but after some time, you don't want to lie in bed anymore. This is the balance I'm talking about.
So means we don't have much time to balance it,
Who is we?
Means
You and you?
me, just me.
Okay.
So actually, I think if I have to balance, means I have to get something. Study is much more important for my parents, or writing is important to me. So means sometimes I will have to get the study arts more than what I do, what the arts I'm giving for the writing. So I think that's balance what it is. So
Okay.
that's it, I think.
Okay. Everybody understand the question? Everybody has an answer? For yourself. You don't have to share this to anybody. This is just for you. Next question is, if yes, how you balance? This is what we've done. Or what kind of questions we get out of this question. How do you usually handle a stressful situation?
I usually just, I talk to my friend, just one. I just share everything with him. So there are some situations I feel helpless about. So that's why I'm stressful. Like, I don't believe in like child labor and all. But still, when I go to my canteen, there is a child working for me. So I can't do anything about it. I can't do it because I have some constraints about my college or anything else. I can't change it. So I feel stressful about some situations that I can't be doing. I cannot do anything about it. So I just talk to him. I just talk to him. I just tell him what should be done. I just shout. Then after I just
Poor chap.
yeah, he just listens to me and then what?
Okay, understood. So you talk. So you talk it out. Does it work?
Yes, I guess. Till now it's working.
I think whatever works is good, and sometimes we get some better ideas what can work even better, and then we can exchange. But you identify whenever you feel stressed.
Yeah, I'm stressed.
This is the awareness, no? We talked about. Okay. And what are the next 5 most important things for you to achieve in the next 3 years? Can regarding everything, work, studies.
Whatever makes my mother happy. Whatever makes my mother happy. I just don't know that what I want to do in my life. I just keep jumping to all those things. Sometimes I play cricket for 3 months. Oh, I want to be a cricketer now. Then after I play football, I write. Then I sing. Then I just want to do things that makes me momentarily happy. There is nothing, no aim. I'm not sure about it right now. But whatever makes my mother happy, I will do it.
Okay. Yeah. This is also the story which I shared. So you see the whole picture after some time, why you did something or how can you use this after some time. Like I identify my mission, and after I identified that, everything made sense. Whatever I studied and learned, the whole picture is there then, the big, picture of the puzzle, the life. Okay, how often in the day are you unhappy?
Almost every day. I'm actually angry at everything. I'm not happy at all. Like for particular thing, I love listening to people like you and what Reshma was saying. So no, it's awesome. Like it's good to share with people. So I'm not happy. Actually, I'm thinking or I'm serious or mostly I'm upset about everything. And I'm not changing it. And I also not, I don't know, I want to change it, but still I'm not changing it. I know that this is not good for me. Means I'm crying over everything and still I'm not doing anything for it. I'm not studying, but still I'm not studying, then not studying. But I'm just upset about it. So almost 24/7 I'm unhappy. I'm not happy about everything, anything.
Okay. You have your answer? Just you also can say so 50% of the time, 70% of the time. And I think it starts, maybe you started already because you're aware. And seriously, saying you failed somewhere, not being successful here or there, being unhappy, it doesn't feel good, right, to admit this towards yourself. Forget about others. So this is a good step to be aware and to share this. But you need to know maybe how, and that's why you're hesitating. What do you do for your mental and physical health?
I'm not sure about the mental health, but for physical health, I play. I just play. I play football and I run sometimes. So that's it, what I do for the physical health. And it's not working, I guess.
Why?
I'm not that healthy. No.
You're not that healthy. That means chubby or what?
Yeah, chubby, yeah.
Two extremes.
So I just play for physical health. I'm not sure about the mental health. I don't know
Okay.
what to do. I have tried meditation, doing some from YouTube, but it doesn't work, I open my eyes regularly.
Okay. Meditation is a big thing and actually very easy at the same time.
Anything else means I don't know what to think when I am meditating. I just keep thinking anything. Just.
Did you start, when my speech started,
Yeah.
did you breathe?
I closed my eyes and I was breathing.
You've been breathing and you became aware of it? That you breathe?
Yeah.
This is it. Just follow one thing. The brain is made so that it's working. So when you sleep, you're not recovering your brain. You recover your body, but your brain is still going on with dreams, digesting, whatever happens during the day, a little fantasy involved. So everything is mixed up on that. Oh, yes. What do you have fun with?
It depends on the day. It means it's not about...
No, in general. What things makes you happy?
I think play and dramas rehearsals. Yeah.
Nice. When do you eat?
When I'm angry, I eat a lot.
So it's like a little stress eating.
Yeah, I eat a lot when I'm angry.
Okay. Guys, when do you eat? Eating, food, all that is really a big subject on this earth. Are you aware why you're eating, when you're eating? Maybe at first we would say, because I'm hungry, Jasmin. But sometimes we eat because we are lonely, or we are bored, or we are stressed. That means overwhelmed with maybe work or some mumbo jumbo which happens in life. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what kind of food your body really needs?
Not sure. No, means I'll eat whatever my hostel.
Whatever's on the table. Okay. What physical training do you frequently do? That's what you shared.
Yeah.
And the last question is, do you think more, how can I do it, or more, can I do it?
Yeah, I think about how can I do that. Yeah, not.
sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Means,
What do you think is the difference?
means it's about thinking. I'm not confident about that. What should I do? Can I do that? Means
You're
I'm
just
asking.
uncertain
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you will be able to.
yeah. And how can I do it? Thinking about the solutions, I guess.
I understand.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much for this.
You're welcome.
All the best for you. And really, I appreciate your openness. Thank you very much. Carry on with your awareness, I would say. Okay. Now we have only 4 minutes. I want to take you into a journey. Are you in for a little journey? Now, think about, you can close your eyes again and think about, close your eyes. You will not miss anything. That much action here. Think about yourself in 20 years. Shh. In 20 years, how is your life overall? Are you married? Do you have kids? What do you do? How much money do you earn? Where and how do you live? What hobbies you have? What kind of friends? What do you explore in your life so far? How is your figure? How often in the day are you happy and do things you like? Just dive into this. See what you can see, hear what you can hear, feel what you can feel. Okay, now open your eyes, shake out your arms a little bit without hurting the other person. Shake out your arms. Welcome back. Good. How was this journey? Yeah, good? Give me a word. Amazing. Wow, okay. Already. Now, beautiful. Thanks for joining me to this journey. Now I want to take you again into a little journey. But now we make something a little different. I want you to make it as amazing, as great as you can dare to imagine. Okay? Close your eyes. Make yourself comfortable. Don't be bothered about anybody next to you. So, see yourself in 20 years. How's your life overall? Are you married? Do you have kids? What do you do? How much money you earn? Where and how do you live? What kind of hobbies you have? What kind of friends you have? What do you explored in your life so far? How's your figure? How often in the day are you happy and do the things you like? Take this moment, dive completely into this. Enjoy. Okay, then come back to here now. Open your eyes again. Shake out your arms again, your legs. How was this journey? Was it different to the first journey? Very or a little bit? Sometimes we are really scared to imagine really big and dream big because we think, oh, maybe then it becomes not true or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? But actually nothing can happen if you really dream big, if you imagine that the greatest thing you can really imagine. Once you work with this kind of questions we just went through, and with these imaginations, you give thoughts and energy to it. So you program yourself in that way. And the more you dive into this, you more learn about yourself. You will also become strong, certain, and self-confident. You will be positive in the meaning of leading your life, your happiness, your health, all things which definitely counts to you. And it will not be overnight done, and it is also not done in a week, but I assure you it is really worth it. I encourage you to invest this time in this energy, in this project Superstar. And you need to become, or you need to work every day on that, to become that, and then you have to work every day to maintain that. But it will be fantastic. You remember on the beginning, the guy I'm talking about, or this very strong personality. This is not done overnight. And people also started from somewhere. I wish you a great journey, and the target is not always just to reach the goal. It's sometimes the path which is the goal. And as I said, this is something which is very close to me as well. Don't forget your humor in life. Thank you very much. Yeah, can we have the next sheet? And maybe somebody has a question. Yeah.
Is it okay if I ask you a few questions and then we'll move on to the audience round?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
These are the connections where you can reach out to us. This is we have Pilates. This is a group class concept which combines Pilates and cardio training, which I invented 2008. And I have the great luck and opportunity to have my master trainer here from Greece. She takes care of the Greece market for the project, Pilates. And we have Java Diet. This is a link to identify what your body actually needs. This is also not as like, okay, I know what my body needs. It's a process. And you can reach us on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you're interested in that, like Vivek. He was on stage and he said he's interested in that. So I really suggest you to check our YouTube channel. There are a couple of good things, the material which you can maybe use. Okay, thank you.
You might come in the center.
Whatever makes you happy.
So I had a few questions for you regarding your session as well. So in the beginning, you said that you tried a lot of different paths in your career before you actually settled down and became a life coach, right? And that you went into textiles and you wanted to become a makeup artist, and those are like very different things that you wanted to do from what you're doing. So I think that as students, a lot of us, I think, will agree with me that even though supposedly someone is doing engineering and someone is trying to become a doctor, they also have passions in their life that they personally would like to pursue. So what do you think, like, what is your suggestion to such people? Like, do you think that they should wait or they should go for what they want? Or?
As I said, I think we don't live forever, and I think when you have a passion, you should follow it, or you should consider following it. It's the question why you study something which is not made for you, because when it's not all about passion, but it's about what is interesting for you and what is your mission, what you think you can do and do your piece in this world to support others, to serve others. I think this is about this, to identify, why should I study? Is this really because of me or to make somebody else happy? Because we can't make everybody happy, and including ourselves. I think when we look from the corners, okay, we follow our parents and just do whatever they like, so, and then we have some silence and peace, it's not working out, because one day we will find out we are so uncomfortable, it's just unhappy, and we create also diseases because of this and so forth. I think, yeah, everybody has to follow, and this needs guts.
Yeah, great, thank you. Another question that I have is that you spoke about, like your slide on the different values that everyone has in life. And so everyone has a lot of values, but not everyone knows how to prioritize them, and not everyone knows what is more important for them. So how do people go forward in such a situation? Like, what should be the criteria for knowing which values are more important to us?
Like what we choose, and sometimes it's really like the lottery. When you have this lottery, I think it's not allowed in India, but we have the lottery and we have 49 numbers and we have to choose 6 out of them. This is like, okay, this could be, this could be. This is really what we feel, and this is sometimes really good to choose with a good friend. So happiness, yeah, definitely. Humor, yes, definitely. Health is like, no, never thought of. These kind of things, this is like, you know, from this perspective, it's easy, and I think we can't prioritize. This is not just one value which stays above others. We have to have, you know, to consider. And sometimes we have two, you know, values which are, they just not really serving each other. They are contradictive. So we have to really check out, okay, if we want to do this, then we serve this value, but this is against the other value. So it's a little complex, because both values are ours, or, you know, important to us. It's not always that easy. So, okay, you have this, so you go for this. But 80% it's like this. But you have something specific. Can you give me an example to make it a little easier?
So, like, I value my personal life, and I value some things which I make sure I do in my personal life, but that's probably not what I want to do career-wise, or my values for my parents are different, and the ones that I follow it with my friends may be different.
Yeah.
So how do I balance it? That was my question there. How does it?
It's difficult because your parents are your parents, and this is not us. And sometimes, as I said, I mean, your parents come from a different point of time, so they grown up with different values, with, I mean, complete different circumstances. And I think sometimes we have to diversify it ourselves. It's not always the family. This is the book also I wrote about. It's changed me. And the main character follows also some job, and does because his dad wanted to do that, or wanted him to do that. And then after he did, so as nice as he is, but then he changed. He got to know that he wanted to do actually something completely different. He wanted to become a confectionist. So he started baking and stuff like this. So, and I think we have to consider this, and there's always a price on that. If we follow our way, sometimes we lose some people, but a family can't be lost from my consideration. But they just disagree maybe with you on the beginning. This is actually a normal, I think, response to that. But I think it counts to you, and it's not about selfness or something. I'm talking about oneness. You have to make sure you are good, you are happy, you are healthy. Because otherwise, when you are not happy and healthy, how can be other people around you happy and healthy? If you are stressed, people around you are stressed. So better stay away than from you. People love happy people, so it's like a magnet.
Yeah. And plus, it's not easy to make everyone happy.
Why should you? It is not your job. Everybody, I have to make sure this is my happiness. I can't leave it to my life partner. I can't leave it to my employees, to my team, to God, to anybody. I mean, there's support, of course, but this is my responsibility, and it's a great opportunity as well.
Yeah. Okay. Another question that I had was that there's food for the body, and then there's food for the soul, which is what you were
very
talking
much.
about, soul food. So everyone needs personal space and something that makes them truly happy in order to live their lives.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the best way of achieving this soul food and like the happiness that comes with it? What do you think people should do to make themselves happy?
The soul food, not talking
Yeah,
about
the soul
nutrition,
food,
right?
yeah.
That we're talking about the
Not
same.
nutrition.
I think when you are aware, this is the key, because it tells everything. When you sit quietly, so you get to know so many things. As the lecture before that, there was like, okay, do you hear the sounds when nobody talks? And you talk to yourself constantly. That's why when we are also in a talk right now, you talk to yourself. That's why you miss some parts which I say. So because you think about that or what I say, or you think about something else, what else you want to know and what else you want to say and stuff. So we miss a couple of things. That's why you can read or watch movies again and again and again. Always new things to discover.
Yeah, so it's important to have personal time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To have, slow down. Everybody is running a red race and I don't know what is there actually to achieve. So I think you will get to know, because nobody can answer this. So maybe it's a flower which makes you dramatically happy, or you just feel you're total and just sitting and doing nothing, just being. And the less the better in that way. So the more you calm down, the more you can see. And sometimes we don't want to see. We want to run away from that, what we feel, what we hear, our own voice. And, our circumstances in life, we shut off every senses and just carry on. And then one day, hopefully, we wake up and find ourselves in a life which is just actually not made by, our purposes and with awareness.
Okay, thank you for that. And
Yeah.
I have just one last question and then we'll move on to the audience. So how does one overcome self-doubt? It is really hard for a person who really doubts themselves in, like the gentleman who came here in the second round, he kept saying that there are some things that he doubts that he can do. And so how does one get rid of that and just do what is needed for them in their lives?
It's interesting where the self-doubts come. And this biggest source, the most powerful source is actually how you grown up as a kid. So no, you can't do this. How you want to do this? Leave it. This is not going to happen. So, yes, of course you can do this. Do this. Just try it. Oh, try it again. Doesn't work? Try it again. It's encouraging. We fell down so many times. And this is a process of learning. So, and when somebody says, oh, just leave it, just scroll your whole life. So life is, you can't walk through life, so it's not going to happen. So support is different. When, I don't know, when do babies start walking? I think with 2 years, 1 year, something like this. So they get encouraged. They just try. They fail, they get up again, they try it again, they fall, and so forth, right? It's a learning process. And nobody says, oh, you're a failure. But this is just an easy example. So whenever we try to do something in life, there are so people, they say, yes, you can do this. Come, find another way, but for sure you will do this. This is number one, where it actually comes from. This other one, when it comes really from ourselves, is because we compared. And this is the worst thing you can do, so you become your best enemy. Actually, worst enemy. So, and I think this comes really from the source that we always compare ourselves to, other people or with somebody else. To compare ourselves maybe with ourselves from yesterday is a healthy thing. Just to compare with others, how can this be? Jupiter and Saturn, Earth, Moon, everything is different. It's like, how could they match somehow? And this is more appreciation. So, hey, cool, you have amazing hair. I don't have this hair, but it doesn't mean I have to have the same hair just because I love it, or something like this. So it's different. It's connecting, but it's different.
Thank you so much. We'll move over to the audience. So anyone has a question?
Hey Jasmin, I'm Prachi. I have a couple questions for you. So when you say imagine about yourself, think about yourself, then I imagine myself or vision myself in 2 ways. Like one is the poor one and another one is the rich one. Like this one is very fascinating. I'm gonna be superstar or something. The other side, the other side is that I'm gonna live a typical life with no adventure or maybe a family in future. So what's the real thing is? The real thing is, I mean, I'm gonna go that side or the poor one. Like how to clear it off. What the reality is gonna be.
How to?
I mean, how to, I don't know, like what the reality is gonna be.
Okay, what is actually real? Actually, nothing is real. Whatever is in the future is not real, right? We can't really be sure 100% this is gonna happen tomorrow, even next hour. Nobody knows.
Like,
but
can I interrupt? But I know I'm not gonna die for at least 20 years. I know I ain't gonna die for 20 years, and people say that you don't know what's gonna happen next to you in next moment. But I know, like, I ain't gonna die, but does it matter if I'm gonna experience something bad or good?
okay, the answer is actually you program yourself. Whatever you think is right and becomes true. If you think you can't do that, you will fail. You will not be able to do it. If you think you can do it, you will find a way to do it. As
Okay.
simple as that. This is really black and white spoken. And this is about programming ourselves. It's like a system, a software or something like this. This is, if this happened, we will do this. This is about our subconscious mind. And I think, I don't know the percentage exactly, so but I think 85% we are working and living our life and from our subconscious mind. So which is the autopilot, because we learned everything. So do you drive a car? Now she's gone.
Thank you for your...
Do you drive a car? I don't. Okay. Different example. It's like learning to drive a car takes all your energy. And then once you learned it, it's just going to happen and you do so many things in some, different time. And this is the same. So we teached and trained our subconscious mind to do something. Simple as that. Yes, we can. It's complex, but it's actually very easy. So it's just programming and you write your story. If it really comes true like that, it's a different thing. But you know this is the direction I want to go to. Okay, welcome.
Last question.
I have a question. Sorry. Till a time we are happy, we are calm and all that happy stuff. But when the anger came, and all the happy things go away and I just want to kill this man or I'm so frustrated. At that point, what do you suggest to calm me or what?
This is a beautiful opportunity actually to learn more about yourself. When you are super angry, you just stop. You push the pause button and it's like just a second. And you try to figure out where it really comes from. Because this is your interpretation. Nobody can really, get you angry, get you frustrated, get you anything. This is your way of responding things. If I say I love you or I hate you, this is completely neutral, first of all. It is what you make out of it. If you give this meaning or you give this meaning to this. That's what I say, interpretation. And this is not happen when you're angry. It's not because of others. This is about something inside you. And that's why I said this is a great opportunity to learn something about yourself. Because it comes from somewhere. And the more you just sit down, relax for a second, and just try to find out the source. And this is not going to happen like a snip. It maybe takes some time and some efforts or just really silence. But the moment you know this, you can work with that. Because they're triggers. People are just like there sometimes to support you in, training yourself, getting yourself, or more aware about yourself. But if you're really angry, if you understand something as anger, this is also, it's not about the opposite of happiness. But then you have to get rid of the anger. Because you accumulated some hormones, and otherwise, if you're not getting out of this, or you're stuck up, so this is the problem then. But they're two different things. Welcome.
Thanks, Jasmin, for a wonderful session.
Thank
And
you.
it was a pleasure having you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. I wish you a wonderful time. It was great. It's interesting to be here. Thank you.